listening to you in the one-on-one meetings. Some of you found this last week a little bit intense. Don't know why. And sometimes afflictive uncertainty comes up. Doubts that are not really happy doubts, eager, but more bothersome, irritating, unsettling. And of course, at times it can seem like there's an awful lot of download here, a lot of information, kind of getting information overwhelmed. Get a bit complicated. 5 paths, 10 bhumis, Mahamudra, 4 yogas, different types of Shamatha. Hard to take in, hard to assimilate. So I think sometimes it could go back to something really simple. So if I've tied your mind up into knots, then I think you need a bit of relief from me. So you're going to get it, not for very long, just for 24 minutes. As Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I'm back. For 24 minutes you get a break. You get a break, okay? Because I thought it would be very nice to invite a guest speaker in. Padmasambhava. I thought that would be very nice. Padmasambhava, step in. I'll step out. Padmasambhava, step in. I thought it would be very nice to ask Padmasambhava to give all of us here some pointing out instruction. Okay? I think it'd be quite nice. Very straight. I asked not too complicated. Really straight. Happily he agreed. He always agrees. He always agrees. No matter who's asking, he always agrees. So that's what I'd like to do. So, if commentary is needed, maybe not really a commentary, but context for this pointing out instruction from Padmasambhava, his own words in English translation, it would be this morning's talk. This morning's talk, really showing nature of mind, substrate consciousness, nature of mind, emptiness of mind, nature of mind, rigpa, and that it's all in the same continuum. And in fact, where your ordinary consciousness is, just the ordinary one you see me right now, that consciousness, where that one is your substrate consciousness. It's not someplace else. And where your ordinary consciousness is, that's where the emptiness of your mind is. The shunya nature of your own mind, the shunya nature of your consciousness is right there. It's not someplace else. It's not hidden, it's not a deeper level. It's right there. Emptiness is form, form is emptiness. Consciousness is emptiness, emptiness is consciousness, right? And right where your ordinary consciousness is, totally ordinary, nothing special. That's where rigpa is. So in looking at one, you can be looking at all. Then that's just a matter of how much dust you have on your eyes, how much you can see. But you are looking in the right place. Okay? So what I'd like to do for this session would be for us to go in. I'll start the timer. And quietly, if you need a liturgy, use your own liturgy. Take refuge in bodhicitta. And then invoke Padmasambhava, Guru Rinpoche. And I would suggest the Lake One Vajra, just for a very good reason, because the Lake One Vajra, as I just said, is the speech emanation. So the Lake One Vajra is the speech of Padmasambhava. And that's what I'm going to be reading. I'm going to be reading simply the speech of Padmasambhava. And I'll not give any commentary, which is going to be straight. I think the Tibetan is very straightforward, very clear, so you don't need to worry about translation, whether it's goofy or not. It's okay. And so the speech itself, I'm going to be lending my voice. But that's insignificant. Be a woman's voice, man's voice, it doesn't matter. But I'll just simply try to articulate clearly, and not quickly, so it doesn't go by any blur. Right? But the speech itself, it's Padmasambhava's speech. Well, it's said that, that it's all for one, one for all. That is where the Buddha's mind is, there's the speech, there's the body. Where the Buddha's speech is, there's the body, there's the speech. They're indivisible, body, speech, and mind, of a Buddha. You don't get one without the other two. So where Padmasambhava's speech is, there is Padmasambhava. There's Padmasambhava's mind, there's Padmasambhava's body. So that will be our teacher, the speech of Padmasambhava, who is the Lake One Vajra. That will be the teacher. The pointing out instructions will be the teacher, will be the teaching. And so, following Refuge Bodhicitta, then I will recite once in Tibetan, and then the English translation, the seven-line prayer, the invocation, the invitation of Padmasambhava to come, be present. If you know it, you're very welcome to recite with me. And if you don't, just the Tibetan, just take it in as a blessing, but then the English will be perfectly clear. And as I recite that, the seven-line prayer, which is a tremendous blessing to that, if one is open to it, then you imagine Guru Rinpoche coming into the space of your mind. Right? Mostly the present. The visualization is secondary, the sense of presence is primary. And then just rest in simplicity, complete ease. Because it's Padmasambhava's mind by way of his speech, speaking to your Buddha nature. If you say, what's the audience? Who's he speaking to? Is he speaking to your American mind, your German mind, your female mind, male mind, old mind, young mind? To your intellect? Some people are smarter than others. Is he speaking to your intellect? No, he's speaking right through those. He's speaking right to, pointing out instructions, is speaking right to Ripa. That's the intended audience. Right? So you just listen, totally at ease. And I don't mean by any means gullible, blind faith, accept everything I'm saying, and nothing like that. Just listening with open mind, completely relaxed. Let the words come in, and then follow Guru Rinpoche's instructions if you're so inclined. Okay? Sound good? Okay. Be very simple. So really for this one, completely relaxed. What's coming here is not going to be tough and difficult and complicated, and 4 of this and 10 of that. It's just very simple. Very simple. Okay? So find a comfortable position.